I just didn't quit. That's the only distinguishing quality from me and probably whoever else going through this or went through this or is gonna go through this, is that I ain't quit. I went through every emotion. I went through every emotion with trying to pursue what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And I think that what's gonna separate whoever's gonna try to go for something is that you ain't gonna quit.
The way I got to my breakthrough was after a lot of work, a lot of a lot of products tested. I think by the time I actually got a real major winner and understood the fundamentals of a winning product, I would say I was probably on my like 8th, 9th, 10th store, maybe somewhere around there. And domains are cheap. Shopify itself is like $30 a month, and the great thing about Shopify is they give you like the first month free, and a lot of times they give you $100, $150 ad credit towards Google Ads. So you should be able to make your money back to a degree if you know what you're doing. If you're still learning and you just haven't really had a business that's been successful or had a store that's been successful, then you're probably it's not going to come back right away. It's still a little bit back out there. But the way that I found, and it's kind of like a secret hack, but what I do for a lot of product research is that I use Facebook. And then within that toolbar feature up there on the left side of the main homepage, what I would do is I would look for like key phrases like "I need this" or "I want," or friends shared this post. Because a lot of times the information about the product that you really need, the math has already been done for you. The equation is already there. People know what they like. They're telling their friends, and that's the great thing about social media applications, is that it allows you to put that information back and forth. And a lot of times you can you just need to do the back end research. When you can learn what people are already buying, it simplifies the process. So once again, when you know what you have and you find a winner, you need to know who your customer base is. And what I do to find out like a back end research on my customers, what I would do is once again I would use Facebook. And with Facebook, I would look at other similar ads and use keywords that are relatable to the product. And I look at pretty much who is this customer, and look for the lines, the threads of unity. So for example, if it was a hot rod steering wheel, I would search hot rod steering wheel, or maybe it's I don't know, whoever these drivers are, driver's name. And then I would look at the previous ads, and I look for the ones that had a bunch of likes, a lot of shares, all the emojis. I want to see the post lit up. When I see that post lit up, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the people that with the heart emojis and stuff like that. I'm gonna look right at their profile, and I'm gonna pull out a pen, pull out a pad, and I'm gonna write down everything that's similar. If I see Britney Spears over and over, I'm gonna take Britney Spears, and I'm gonna develop this profile for my customer. And that's essentially how I do my targeting. There's many ways to go about it. Facebook, their algorithms are kind of funny, so sometimes broad testing works. It costs a little bit more to get a little more laser precise, but this is the great thing though, that you could, if you really want to laser target somebody that likes dogs and cats and race cars and money, you're going to be able to hit them. I mean, it may not be a lot of people, but you're going to be able to get in front of them. And that's the thing, is when you do get in front of them, how do you get their attention, and how do you keep their attention? Because keeping their attention in today's world, that's the real task. So you figure, how many times do you open up Facebook? How many times do you open up Instagram? And especially for like Instagram, you look at a platform like that, you're bombarded with all kinds of stuff grabbing for your attention. And how does it stand out in just the blink of an eye? That's for you to figure out. That's the equation. That's for you to figure out. And a lot of these things are really simple. And when you figure them out, you're like, damn, I should have known that already. It's kind of. But once again, it takes time, it takes effort, and it takes failure. So building has been the greatest part of the journey. I once heard I don't know if it was a proverb or it was a short story, but it was basically along the lines of pretty much, if you're already at the top of the mountain and you already see the view, then what's next? You gotta, the trek going uphill, the times to light the fire and enjoy the hot coffee. That's what you got to enjoy in life. Because if you miss that part right there, then you've lost out on everything, in my opinion. Once you've got a shop up and running, and you've already got sales, and you know that the product, the page, and everything is converting well, that's when I would recommend actually getting into influencer marketing. Because with an influencer, what you're really going to do is you're going to really precisely hit the pocket of people that you want to hit, that have an interest in what you're selling. Now, you can throw the money out there and try it. I mean, sometimes you can get entry level influencers, $30, $40, $50, and I mean, those are the best ones when they can come back 5-10 times, and then you take that and you go up a little bit higher, and so forth. But really, having everything functional on the back end is what you always want to have before you run any kind of ads. I find that in this day and age, in July of 2019, influencer marketing still is great, but the water's been cooking in that pot for quite a while. And as a year ago, 2 years ago, influencers at that time really didn't know the value that they had, and there hadn't been really a lot of Instagram algorithm modifications as there has been now. Lately, there's been tons of that. I mean, even entertainers aren't even getting the reach that they used to. So nowadays you may pay a little bit more for a little less, in my opinion. But once again, influencer marketing is a great way. I personally think if you can find smaller influencers that you can barter with a product, product for promo, I think that's the best thing going, because at the end of the day, you're exchanging a product which you've already got at a discounted rate. You take that right there, get the content, and the content is gold. You remarket that 5 times over, and there's so many ways to use content, and you can reuse it and reuse it and reuse it. So content is king, always has been king. And I know people will say, hey, it's how you use the content is king, and those are both truths. But I think that's the best kind of influencer marketing in this day and age, is finding the smaller organic influencers, and having them create content. And it doesn't just have to be on Instagram. I mean, you have other platforms such as YouTube, as we're on right now. There's a lot of ways to go about it, but seeking out influencers, the best way I'd find out to seek out an influencer is, of course, to make sure that they've got followings such of like 20, 30, maybe even 10, 15, and you can even go smaller. If you validate that their likes, their views, and all their engagement, their comments, things of that nature right there are all real. Because in this day and age, anything can be hacked to a degree. So what I look for, typically I'll look at the comments right away and see, is it just all a bunch of emojis forever and ever? Are the icons looking funny, or are the usernames simple words put together like majority of the bots typically are? Because at the end of the day, I mean, the internet is a hustle by itself, and getting scammed online, you can definitely get scammed online real quick, and there's not a lot of repercussions really that you can. Even having a contract, you're going to have to enforce that contract if they don't follow through. And a lot of these people prey on that stuff right there. They know that, hey, you're not gonna go get a lawyer. You're not gonna do all that for $400, $500, $600, $1,000, whatever this may be. I mean, it can be whatever. I mean, there's bigger scammers out there than anything online. But you got to use real good discernment. You got to use your discretion, and you got to do your back end research. Of course, before you really do your influence and marketing. But I want to make sure all the engagement is real, and I want to make sure the quality is good. And I at the same time, I want to make sure that they post at a certain time. I want to make sure that they use a certain kind of hashtag. I want to make sure the caption is, bringing people in. So contests and things of that nature. Those are the things that I've found in my experience that they do the best. And at the end of the day, you gotta once again, pay to play. So doing contests and things of that nature, giving out the product, you should always have a nice promotional budget of giving away. If you really plan to go somewhere, of giving away product, really, to get the content, to get the word of mouth, to get the buzz, you got to invest in promo. So promo is something you definitely got to do. Influencer marketing is definitely a great tool. to drive sales, to increase your following, your brand awareness. And at this day and age, I mean, you really can't crunch the numbers on followers. So I mean, if you run a promotional ad and you get 200 followers, you don't know what the ROI on these 200 followers is right away. I mean, they could be customers. It all falls on you and how you market, how you remarket, and that's a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't realize is, you know, there's so many process flows to marketing online and having a successful business online. But I definitely encourage everybody that's watching this right now to, you know, keep trying and keep working and keep learning like you're doing right now, because at the end of the day, that's going to pay off greater than ever. And if you've lost money in your eyes right now, when you do start making money, you make it so fast and you'll double that. It's like that never even happened. So stay encouraged. I thank you guys again for watching this channel. If you like it, you know, once again, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe and notification button to stay updated to when these new videos drop. And if you guys got any questions, please share your experience as well at the bottom. I'd love to hear more about your guys' experience with influencer marketing and Facebook ads and how you guys actually found your first winner. So tap in at the comments below. Thanks again. I'm out.
If you like this video right here, please show some love and hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe and notification button to stay updated for the latest videos. New videos will be dropping Thursday, 9 p.m. Mountain Time, so please stay tuned.